"It's a boy," the doctor announced, holding me in his arms. The room went silent. As he looked around, there was only one emotion on everyone's face: surprise. My granddad was the first to recover. With joy, he yelled, "Finally, my job is done. God has blessed us with a son to take care of my daughter." Good afternoon. I'm Akash, and I'm going to give my first speech today. I'm sure you're all thinking, why surprise? Why was that the emotion in the room that day? To tell you that, I'm going to have to go back by 6 months. My mom, who's pregnant with me, she had gone for a checkup, her usual checkup. And there, after a checkup, just before she left, she overheard two doctors talking in this corner. And catching words here and there, the word she actually caught was F16, being said by one doctor to the other. And she assumed they were talking about her kid, and she assumed F stood for female. So obviously the kid had to be a female. And so she came home, and with great joy she told my dad, "I'm going to get a daughter." And the news spread like wildfire. Soon everyone in my family actually thought that we were going to have a daughter. Though, to make things worse, my grandmom, who was a really good knitter, had decided to knit a sweater for me. So she had gone with a friend to a supermarket to buy a woolen wool of cloth. And when she went there, her friend chose a yellow ball, and she was like, "This is the best thing to buy since it's unigender. I mean, anyone, whether it's a male or a female, you can wear this." My grandmom was like, "No, it's not needed. I know it's going to be a daughter. I might as well get pink." And plus, I spent the first 2 years of my life wearing a pink sweater because I knew nothing at that time. It gets worse. Now my granddad had prepared a long list of names, male names and female names for the kids. And once my mom figured out that she's saying a daughter, or she is saying a daughter, they started paying more attention on the female names. And finally they concentrated on a name called Upasna. And I was disclosed being called Upasna. Luckily, my dad was like, "Let's just keep a male name just in case." And he just chose Akash, and luckily I can now say I'm Akash, not Upasna. So it can't be worse than this, can it? Actually, it can. I was born on March 8th. Yeah, International Women's Day. So here I am in front of you guys. And I spoke to Akku the other day, and he's like, "Your Toastmaster can't just be about your birth. You need to talk about a bit about yourself." So I just talk about myself. I think I enjoy like cracking jokes. I'm never serious. And I can't pay attention to one thing for too long. I enjoy like just multiple stuff. I love music, I love reading books. My dad is a software engineer, and being a software engineer, when I was young, he imbibed me the qualities of like thinking logically, and also that face any challenge head on, never back down. My mom is a teacher, and she's the type who keeps telling me, "Akash, be careful of girls, don't mingle too much with girls." No. So she, apart from that, she's imbibed, she's taught me how to be a better human being, communicate better, and I think I owe a lot to her. And I have a younger sister who is 9 years younger than me. But what she lacks me is she more than makes up in cunningness. And I can recall umpteen times where she's gotten me into trouble. I would love to tell you a few stories now, but I'm afraid time doesn't permit me. It's a story for another day. Apart from that, like I said, I love music. And I can sit for hours on my iPod just listening to music around and around. I can name like millions of artists. And it's not just restricted to English. I listen to Japanese, I listen to French, there's also I listen to Arabic, and just a wide array. As long as it's music, I listen to it. And then now, I'm actually my dad being a software engineer, from a young age, he kind of taught me maths, physics, and I started liking maths immediately. And I felt I was kind of good in numbers. So it was an obvious choice for me to take up engineering when I grew up. And so I decided to do engineering. My dad wanted me to actually study in a hostel. So he was like, he was denied the ability to study in a hostel when he was young. He didn't want that to be lost on me. And he's like, hostel life is something everyone must experience in their life. And I think now after 4 years, I must agree with him, because I learned most of my best things in my life in the hostel. For example, how to copy a 10-page assignment in class in under 10 minutes. How to study a 600-page book the last night before the exam and still manage to pass. And also, how to use proxy. How can anyone forget that? Bunking class without being taught is an art, which can only be learned in college and nowhere else. And then one more thing about the hostel is I made some of my best friends, Vinesh for example, and these are people I know who will last with me forever, and friends I can actually count on no matter what the circumstances, no matter what happens. So I guess I have to agree with my dad, even though those are probably not the reasons he wanted me to join college, but still. So I would like to end my speech with a small phrase which actually summarizes what I would want to do in my life. It's a small quote, it goes like this. You gotta dance like there's nobody watching. You gotta love like you'll never be hurt. You gotta sing like nobody's listening. And you gotta live like it's heaven on earth. I feel this actually summarizes what I want from my life. Thank you.